United Nations Secretariat Young Professionals Program Application Guide.
This is a video that introduces United Nations Young Professionals Program and how to apply for the program. So first of all, what is the Young Professionals Program? It is a recruitment initiative for young professionals who are interested in beginning a career with the UN. It is open to candidates who are nationals of countries that are unrepresented or underrepresented in the United Nations.
The YPP consists of an online exam often conducted in 2 stages, as well as a video-based interview for those who are successful on the exam. The successful candidates are placed on a roster so that they may be readily placed into a relevant entry-level professional position as the positions become available in any UN duty station. The roster is valid for 3 years. Here are the eligibility criteria for the external applicants of YPP. You need to hold the nationality of a participating country. The applicants must have at least a bachelor's degree or its equivalent 3 or 4-year degree in a field of study that is relevant to the exam subject.
The applicants must be 32 years old or younger by the end of the exam year, and they must be fluent in either English or French in all 4 elements, including reading, writing, speaking, and understanding.
To confirm eligibility, candidates must submit scanned copies of the following documents as attachments in their applications to be considered. Passport or valid identification document issued by a state authority. This document should exhibit the name, birth date, and nationality of the applicant, as well as a clear photograph. Documentation of university degree or degrees, diploma, transcript, or other similar official documentation reflecting the field of study selected in the application. YPP examinations are usually announced each year in May or June. To apply for the examination process, it is essentially the same as applying to any job at the UN. To get started with the application, you first need to create an online account by clicking on Register Now on inspira.un.org. and then complete the external applicant registration information. After creating your account, you will see the homepage of Inspira. You can find the YPP job opening using the job search function. The job opening can also be found on the UN's career portal.
Before you apply, please read and understand the eligibility requirements, especially the education requirements for the specific exam area you are interested in.
You can directly click Apply Now at the job opening page or create a draft application by going to the My Applications page and follow the instructions.
In the education part, click Add Education Details to add all the degrees that you have achieved. Remember, only a bachelor's level degree is required, but if you have higher degree, be sure to include them in your application.
Here you can add education details in your PHP, including main course of study and field of study. Do not enter Other. Please select the field that is closest to your actual degree from the pull-down, and then enter its accurate title in the additional comments area.
Then you can move forward to the work experience part. Remember, no work experience is needed to meet the basic eligibility requirements. However, relevant work experience may be used to rank candidates depending on the volume of applicants per country. When describing your work experience, please be precise and succinct. All experience, including internships and part-time, may be counted, so please be sure to include any experience relevant to the exam area.
Next, when adding the languages, remember to include your mother tongue. As mentioned, you must be fluent in all 4 elements of language in English or French. You can indicate all languages you have proficiency in. Be as accurate as possible, as language proficiency may be verified in later stages of the exam.
Towards the end, you need to review your nationality. Remember, only nationals of a participating country are eligible, and the field marked as Country of Nationality is where you enter the nationality to be considered for YPP purposes. You will see there is also nationality at birth and other nationalities. These are not considered for YPP screening. If you have dual nationality, think carefully about which you list as your country of nationality for your YPP application. Here are a few things to notice. You cannot modify your application once it is submitted. You cannot submit an application to more than one exam area, or both applications will be disqualified. Be sure to use an email address which you check regularly, as it is how you will be notified on the progress of your application and if you are invited to take the exam.
If you are invited to take the exam, you will receive more information about the exam structure and format, the online testing platform, and guidance on how to prepare for the exam.
The United Nations does not charge any fees at any stage of the YPP application, examination, and evaluation process. Please beware of for-profit companies that sell services related to the UN YPP. Companies offering YPP-related services of any kind are in no way supported or endorsed by the United Nations.
Thank you for taking the time to learn more about the YPP process. And remember, keep visiting thecareers.un.org/YPP for more details.